We're here at Chedington Estate.
Where we're going to meet Marcus, my brother-in-law.
And we're going to find out what it takes to be a Dorset shepherd. Well, it's springtime and lambs are here.
They are indeed.
So we're gonna find out the whole process of how lambs are looked after here at Chedington.
First, let's take a look at the lambing barns.
A bit emptier now that you've come halfway through. Lambed over 300 now, down to the sort of last 70. So these are all going to lamb. And then they will then come through to individual mothering pens, and they're staying there for about 24 hours. And then they go on out either into a nursery pen, or then they're then going outside, which we're seeing a bit.
And do they normally have 1 or 2 lambs?
1 to 4, or there has been known to have 6, 5 or 6
lambs.
Yeah.
Wow. She didn't like the sound of that. She pricked her ears up when I said that.
We generally get them scanned, so a scanner will come in and pregnancy scan them and tell us how many are inside, so that then we can get the diet right for the ewes. Obviously you don't want one that's just having a single to have too much food, otherwise you'll then get massive lambs and it'll be too difficult for the ewes to lamb.
How long is a ewe pregnant for?
So it can vary upon breed, but the average is sort of 147 days. A ewe will have a cycle of sort of 17 days upon which a ram will serve her. We generally put the rams in for 2 cycles, so about a month basically. So the rams will stay in for a month. We've used what we call a teaser ram, which is basically a vasectomized ram. So he's still got his bits as such.
Equipment, yeah.
But can't actually serve a ewe. So this gets the ewe sort of cycling, so it makes them more sort of fertile. And I think because we've used teasers this year, it's got the ewes cycling more together as a whole. So then, when we put the actual rams in, the ewes are all sort of synchronized, cycling together, and I think it's helped a huge amount because we've lambed a lot of sheep in the last 10 days.
That's why we're slightly late, because we thought the lambing would be longer.
There's never a dull moment at the farm.
Marcus is called to a ewe having difficulties in labour.
We've got a ewe here that's been on lambing for a little while, but all we can see is feet. So, going to assist and see what's going on. But
First, I guess, isn't good. You want head
no,
first.
we think it's coming backwards, so breech birth.
Ooh.
Jack here's vet student, gonna investigate.
And I guess at this point she's sedated. There's
no sedation.
Oh, she's just quite happy.
So she's just
chill.
just chilling there for a minute.
Do you often get this situation?
Yeah, it can be quite often. I haven't had many this year that have come backwards. That's it. Yeah. And you pull it down round. So generally a lamb's is born in its sack. So initial thing is to make sure the bag is away from its nose so it can breathe. Put a little bit of straw up its nose just to give it sort of an itchy sensation to help get it to breathe.
There we go. That looks good. Got me still nice and relaxed. You've done the hard work for her.
So because she's a first-time lammer, she will sort of feel as though what the hell's just gone on.
Yeah.
But this breed in particular, the Clun Forests, they are quite a wild breed. So you've just got to be a little bit careful around them. So we're just going to give her a little bit of pain relief as we've sort of assisted. She'll sort of take the swelling down, if she'll feel a bit better then.
What number is this? Because we've come late, haven't we?
We're up to 293
Wow.
ewes that have lambed.
Yeah.
So we're into the last 70s now.
Okay. Come at the right time.
Being a manic 10, 14 days.
Yeah.
But as you'll see in a minute, there's lambs everywhere.
We've missed all the hard work.
Yeah.
We've come at the end and we'll take the credit. That's what we do. Time to see some of those lambs. I thought I'd find you here.
I'm in my favourite pen. I'm in the orphaned pen. This is where I'm just going to stay for the rest of the day. So Stephen can do the rest of the tour with you. I'm just going to stay here with these little guys.
So we're actually here mid-lambing season. In fact, we're a little late. So there are plenty of lambs on the farm, but these are the orphans.
So in here we've got all the orphan lambs. These have either been from a triplet ewe, so a ewe that has had 3. Could leave the triplet on, so you could leave all 3 on her, but then they don't do so well. Obviously you've got 3 lambs then fighting for 2 teats.
Yeah.
So we find it's easier, either take them off and bottle feed them, or we will do what we call a wet foster. So we'll take one of these lambs from a triplet, and when there's a single ewe that's only carrying 1, we'll take one off and foster it on to a single ewe. So then she can rear 2. But yeah, all of these in here have either been from triplets or ewes that just haven't got quite as much milk. So we're taking them off and bottle feed them to start off with, and then train them to drink from what we call shepherdess. Drink as much as they like, basically like they would off of a ewe.
Right, what can I do to help?
So if you want to top up the hay feeders,
Okay,
this is haylage. So haylage is slightly sweeter than hay. Everything here is grown from our own grass on site.
Yeah.
And then we cut it ourselves, and then contractors come in and bale it for us, wrap it, and then feed it back to the sheep.
So this supply provides winter food, I guess.
Exactly,
yeah. Cool.
So yeah, if you're happy,
We shall top
making
off.
sure everything's got water and hay, that would be good, thank you.
Yep. It's great. Get to help out.
We are putting Stephen to work.
Absolutely. And I'm quite happy to be in here rather than out there, where it looks absolutely foul, the weather. There you go, mate. Fresh hay. Haylage. Oh no. Now I'm going to have to clean the lens.
Oh, did one lick the lens?
You.
Feeding the lambs.
The orphans.
Want to feed that on?
How do I do it?
So I generally have it between your legs,
Yeah.
and then guide the bottle up.
Oops.
Should.
We're going to take the bottle. Good lamb. Oh, look, you're just going to stay there, aren't you? You're not going to move. No. Oh, you're hungry.
You enjoying that? I like the little tongues.
I like that they waggle their tails.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's sweet. Oop. Oh, thanks, just spray me with it.
Come on. No? You're full? Give me some more.
So how many are you taking home with you?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them?
Yeah. No, don't go wandering. I'm not going to have an escapee sheep on my cards. Not on my watch.
Do you need an apprentice just to do this all day?
Just to cuddle lambs?
Yeah.
Lamb cuddler.
Yeah, I like that job. Now that the orphans are all fed, it's time to learn about tags.
So every sheep by law has to be ear tagged by the time they're a year old. That identifies each sheep all through their growing life. The ear tag will talk to this software. So every ear tag has got like a microchip in it. Basically follow their life all the way through. And then later on when we start weighing lambs, just make sure they're growing and developing the way they should be. It will then sync alter ear tag and tell me how well they're doing. So every sheep has to have a yellow tag regardless. So that's your microchip tag.
Right.
That individual UK number, that is for our farm basically. It has to have a readable tag. So that's generally a yellow tag. And then any breeding ewes you keep legally have to have 2 tags. So I change the colour of the tag every year. Just look at the sheep and say, oh, you were born in 2023. So I've scanned the ewe and I've got her information here. Scan the lamb tag, that comes up on here, which also then tells me what what that is on my phone, and then I can input whether it's male or female, whether the ewe needed assistance or whether she lambed on her own.
Take a payment up to £100.
Yeah.
It feels like contactless.
It does, yeah.
It does, yeah.
I guess that app relies on an internet connection. Or can it do it, store it, and then upload it when you get a connection?
Yeah, so everything I do, it will store it and then it will upload once you've got a network connection, Wi-Fi or vice versa.
I'm always scoping out networks.
I was going to say, the Wi-Fi question was bound to come from.
Previous to this, I'd have a sort of lambing book as such, and I'd write everything down, and then go back to the computer and put it all on a spreadsheet so that you can sort of see how each ewe is performed. But just having this in this sort of pocket is so much easier.
Got big pockets for that.
Just having your phone and having. You'll see that this one down here has got a number F283. Unfortunately, this one had 2 dead lambs on arrival. They actually weren't fully formed, which can happen for various different reasons. So what we managed to do is grab one of a triplet lamb and wipe all of the fluid from the other 2 lambs onto this lamb and basically fostered her over, so she's able to still have a lamb and rear a lamb.
So the ewe won't really know a difference between that not being her actual lamb?
Some ewes will. They literally can do anything, but they just know that is not their lamb.
Yeah.
But yeah, because she had sort of plenty of juices as such from the other lambs, we're able to smother this triplet lamb with all the sort of afterbirth. And trick the ewe basically into thinking that this is her own lamb.
Learning
Yep.
lots.
We go to the agricultural shows and obviously we see different categories of different sheep, but it's cool to know that they have different tags and there's all that kind of synchronization and interesting.
I mean, I normally come to the farm every year and pester Marcus to feed the sheep.
Yeah, you just want to bottle feed lambs.
Yeah.
So.
But I never know much about them.
Yeah.
So I'm learning
You
lots.
are learning. It's a once in a year trip, isn't it? Or at least once a year trip to see the sheep, to see the lambs.
Or twice a year sometimes.
Twice a year.
September as well.
And today someone very special is celebrating a birthday, isn't
They
she?
are. We will go and see Hotbox later, hopefully. And then we will tell you the story of a very special sheep that was born on this farm.
2 years ago today.
A very special connection to us.
Meet your favourite sheep.
We are. We're going to hopefully meet Hotbox.
Hotbox, strange name for a sheep. Why is it called Hotbox?
The renowned Hotbox is because, I don't know if you saw in the lambing shed, we've got a box with a heater that we call the Hotbox, which is basically a fan heater that blows hot air in the box just to get more warmth around poorly lambs. And Hotbox spent quite a few days, weeks in and out of the Hotbox because she was quite poorly, being premature. So that's why we've got her name
And
as
she came
Hotbox.
to live with you for a couple months.
She did, yeah. So yeah, we hand reared her at home, and yeah, we got her going, and then she ended up living with us for several months alongside the dogs, and pretty much thought she was a dog.
Still does.
And
Still does.
sometimes, still does, yeah.
And
So-
today is her birthday. She's 2 today. This is exciting.
So we'll go and see if we can find her.
Hotbox! Where are you? Come on. Come on.
Her friends are joining too.
Happy
Hey,
birthday.
special sheep.
Happy birthday.
Hello, love.
Hey, oh,
Coming in for your close-up.
Love.
Hello.
Too close.
So she's ever so friendly, and it's quite funny. The sheepdogs don't respect her like they do the other sheep, and they know that because she's a pet, literally, Hotbox won't follow suit and do as she's told when the sheepdogs round her up. So yeah, when I round this other group up, Hotbox will do what she likes. and she'd just literally go and nudge the dog, whereas the other sheep will sort of run away from the dog and go the right direction. Hotbox would do exactly what she likes.
And she regularly comes on dog walks with you.
She does. She loves
Follows you
playing-
around the farm.
Loves playing with the dogs.
Hey, you're a dog really, aren't you? You're a big fluffy dog.
When she was little, she'd eat all your plants, wouldn't she?
Yeah, so we had her home in the garden for several months, and rather than eating the lovely grass on our lawn, she thought it would be a lot better to eat all the flowers, roses, even rosemary and mint she liked.
Oh, lovely.
She did. She was self-seasoning.
Right, cool. Just worried about the camera. Well, such is the British weather, I think we're going to have to come back another day because it's really wet, really windy, and our cameras can't go outside, so we'll see you another day. Well, we're back.
We've lost the rain,
but we are contending with fog.
Yes, it was meant to be sunny today, but never mind.
British
Farming still goes on.
Today we're exploring the wider estate.
And we've been promised a display of sheep herding. So we've just followed Marcus on the quad bike down to this field, and I hear that you have to do something with the sheep in this field.
So yeah, today the sheep have been in here probably nearly 2 weeks now. As you can see, they've eaten the grass down quite tight. So today's challenge, as we say, is to move all the ewes and lambs through the gate down to the lower field below.
That sounds hard. That sounds like we might be chasing some sheep around.
So I hope you've got your running legs on.
All in a day's work.
Nice.
If I go down the bottom and open the gate, come back up, and hopefully we'll push them on down through.
All the sheep are safely in. We didn't lose any.
Went quite smoothly actually. Sometimes you'll get the ewes will go through the gate but then leave lambs behind. So then you have to try and catch lambs that don't really follow very well. So yeah, that went quite smoothly.
You trained Wren and Blue, the two sheepdogs.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to train them?
There's always ongoing training, but
Every day's a school day.
every day's a school day. Took a couple of years from having them as puppies to getting them to the stage they're at now.
And what breed are they?
So they are both Border Collie cross Kelpie. Kelpie is an Australian sheepdog.
You're giving various signals as you're going through. Maybe just describe, because we've seen it all in the drone, describe the process of what we're doing.
So at close work, I'll use voice commands. So away for right, for the dog to go right, and then come by for the dog to come left. And then I've sort of made up my own tone as such on the whistle to create that away and come by.
For the longer distance calls,
So
if
longer
you're
distance.
further
So
away,
the dog's got so sensitive hearing, so they can hear from a long way. So I can effectively work the dog from a field distance. So it makes my life a lot easier.
I like the fact that when you beat the horn, they bark as well. So you're just trying to shoo them in for the last,
Yeah.
the final bit.
So yeah, just using that bit of noise, getting the dogs to bark, just to push them lambs on. Like I say, sometimes you'll get, if the ewes go on in front to a nice lovely field of grass, they'll ignore their lambs because they're thinking, oh, it's fresh grass through there. Obviously you'll hear the lambs now sort of blaring for their mothers a bit now, but within an hour they would have found their mothers and sorted themselves out.
Right, onwards, next job.
So here behind us are our pedigree flock of poll Dorsets. So on the estate we have 2 lambing seasons. The Dorsets we aim to lamb in September. These girls here are running with the ram. These will then lamb in September.
So really you're lambing almost all year round?
Well, not all year round, twice a year. But,
But you're doing...
It's an ongoing cycle. So yeah, yeah, pretty busy. Obviously, we're not only lambing our April bunch now, we're also going through, putting these to the ram, so sorting these out into groups to go to their particular rams. And then, come September, we'll have another bunch of lambs.
And then we'll be lambing all over again.
The aim for lambing them out of season as such is so that you get your Easter lamb. Being born in September, the lamb will then be ready for your Easter trade for your Easter Sunday lunch.
Lovely.
So we don't just supply local abattoirs, we supply our local pub, so yeah, it sells quite well.
Field to fork pretty much everywhere you go.
Exactly, yeah. So less food miles, selling local, which is all obviously helping towards our carbon footprint as well.
If I wasn't a vegetarian, what better way to see the life of the sheep and the beautiful surroundings? I still won't eat one, but still.
It's tasty.
It is
You're
really
missing out.
tasty.
I don't think I am.
Totally different breed to the others we've seen. These are very woolly. Because they're lambing at different times of year, they get shorn probably end of May, June time, and then they'll then be ready for lambing in September.
So obviously you're very busy at the moment. You have busy months where the lambs are being born.
This time of year is really busy. We're lambing our commercials, but also sorting out groups that have gone to the ram now. So these that have gone to the ram, there's that going on. So once everything's out in the field, so the lambs that we have lambed in the shed, it'll get a bit easier hopefully.
Yeah, as the weather improves.
So we're now going to hopefully walk down and see a special ram who has the nickname Horny, who was actually been to the Malplash show. So these sheep do occasionally get shown.
Shown at agricultural shows?
Yeah, shown at agricultural shows.
Not only have we got the pedigree pole Dorsets, we've also got the Dorset horns. Fewer of them than the poles, so basically the pole means no horns.
I read the other day, when I was at a different farm, that goats, or pygmy goats, I might be going slightly off
You are a
here,
bit.
but pygmy goats, their horns, they're sort of in layers, and it's a bit like a tree that you can count the layers of the horn, or the rings of the horn, to find out how old it is. Would that be the same with horned sheep?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you put him on the spot now.
If anybody knows, comment down below.
Like trees.
Yeah.
Tree trunks.
I read about pygmy goats, that they're in layers and you can count them.
As their horns grow, they can grow a bit tight. Unfortunately, Horny's were growing into his face a little bit. Had to have the vet out and trim his horns back. So he does look a little bit different to what he did do in the showing season. On the plus side, he can see a lot better than he did before.
Well, thanks for showing us around and letting us get stuck in.
We'll let you get on with some real work now.
Catch you again soon.
See you later.
Thanks.
That was fun, wasn't it?
That was really fun.
And we'll be back later in the year. We're going to check up on the progress of the lambs and get stuck in a little bit more on the farm.
We are. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Stephen and Claire on the farm.
If you have, then hit the like button.
Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already.
And we'll see you in a video really soon.
Bye.
See you later. So it's going to be a really interesting tour. Okay, walk out at the end. That's a good outtake.
Put it up, it's higher, yeah.
Stephen and Claire out on the farm,
Yeah.
tackling fences. I would help, but I'm holding the camera.
I'm over. I made it. It's all right. Ooh, you've got big tongue.
You've gone off piste again. It's meant to be about sheep.
I found the cows. So we're actually here at North
Buckham Farm.
So we're here at North Buckham Farm in Dorset by Beminster.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll just fill up a hay bucket. We only need to fill one thing up.
You weren't very helpful then.
They're like, well, you're taking our food away. There we go. Okay. How many breeds of sheep are there, roughly? Because everyone thinks a sheep is a sheep, but that's far from the truth, isn't it?
There's lots of breeds. If you Google it, you'll find out.
We'll stick it down in the bottom there. How many current breeds of sheep there are? Ba-dup. Poof. It's a headbutt in the camera, love. Yeah.
I didn't get that on film.
Oh yeah. Outtakes. I won't fly a drone near you again.
Oh, big win.
But he's the only ram in here.
Yeah.
So it's one ram. Yep. You didn't read the filming schedule of Phones on Silent.
I like.